Okay, let's start the session. Let me share my screen. Okay. Last day we discussed about hardware components of the PC. Can you hear me? Can you hear me properly? Is there any background noise? Oh, can you hear me perfectly? Okay. So today we have to discuss about classification of computer software. Today we are going to talking about softwares. Last day we discussed about hardware components. Today we are going to talk about softwares, classification of computer software. So what is a software? And what's the definition of the software? What can be done with those softwares? And how we are going to build these softwares and who build those softwares? In this lecture, we discuss about those things. Okay. So let's get the software definition. So software is a program that enables a computer to perform a specific task as opposed to the physical component of the system. So it said that software is software is built for the computer to perform a specific task. So every software built for every specific task. So we have to build software. We have requirements. Then we need to build for specific tasks, and the softwares are used for control our hardware component. Without the software, we cannot use our hardwares. Okay, so softwares are very special for our hardware components of a computer. Okay, then second definition is said that software is a set of instructions, data, or programs used to operate computers and execute specific tasks. So it also said that is software is a set of instructions. So we have to give some instructions to software. Then it process the data and it computer any information. Okay. So basic definition is software is a execution program for the specific task. It built for the specific task. Every software is built for the a specific task. Okay. Then
Recording in progress.
software opposite of hardware, which describe the physical aspect of a computer. Software is a generic term used to refer to applications, scripts, and programs that run on device. So we need the software for control the hardware components. We need the software. Without the software, we cannot use any hardware components of the computer. So software is like a brain. Without a brain, we cannot do anything. Our parts are just only parts. So brain is the main component. Likewise, software also a main component of the our main software.
Recording in progress.
We need like drivers, hardware drivers. So software connects our hardware component for useful thing. Then without an operating system, the browser could not run on your computer. That means operating system also operating system is like a software. So it's built by Windows, Apple, or Linux. So operating system is must for every computer. Every computer we used. Okay. Every computer has a operating system for connecting our devices, connecting our hardwares, Then for creating our softwares, then use for our softwares, we need a operating system. Okay, that is like a user interface. That is like a graphical. It has graphical user interface. Okay, then we have three types of computer softwares. We have system softwares, then application softwares, programming languages. What are the system softwares? System softwares are the softwares that we create for control our hardware component, control our computer. That are the system software. Then we have application software. Application software means it built for specific tasks. If you want to create a calculator, so that's calculator gives you addition, multiplication, subtraction, and division. So that are the purposes we need. That are the requirements: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So for that requirement, we need to create an application software. That's a calculator. Then we have programming languages. Programming languages are the languages we need to build a software with with within use with using a programming language. We can create a software. We can create an application. So we have several programming languages for creating our softwares. We can using these programming languages, we can create system softwares, we can create application softwares, then we can create operating system. We need those programming languages. Then what are the systems of softwares? System software is software on a computer that is designed to control and work with computer hardware. That I said. That's what I said. So with using system software, computer controls our hardware components. Without system software, we cannot use our hardware component. Then systems of software includes the programs that are dedicated to managing the computer itself, such as operating system, file management utilities, then disk operating system. That means if you have an operating system with system softwares, we can control them. We can control hardware like mouse, then keyboard, then hardware, not hardware, hard disk. We can we can control our hardware components using this system softwares. Then without system software installed in our computers, we would have to type the instruction for everything we wanted the computer to do. That means if we didn't install our system softwares inside our laptops, we cannot use our hardware components. We have to give instruction to our operating system or computer. So that means we cannot give them instruction like go, come. We cannot use our natural language. We have to create some instruction that laptops or that computer can understand. We have to instruction that computers can understand. Okay. If we didn't have systems of tasks, we have to do that. Then features of system software. It is difficult to design. That means we cannot design a system software without learning. Okay. So we have to learn programming language, which we can design a software, which we can design a system software. Then we have to develop them. Without learning, we cannot design a system software. It is very hard. It is very difficult. Then it is written in low-level language, or you can say that it's a written in machine language, which is only understood by the machine. That means what is a machine language? Machine language is a language that machines can understand. So you and me, we can understand like Sinhala, English, Tamil, likewise. But computers or machines can't understand those languages. So they can understand just only machine language that are written by 0 and 1. Only in machines, they can understand just only 0 and 1s. Okay. So they cannot understand our natural languages. That means they cannot understand our speaking languages or written languages. ඒ කියන්නේ කම්පියුටර් එකට අන්ඩර්ස්ටෑන්ඩ් කරන්න බෑ අපි සිංහල ඉංග්‍රීසි ටැමිල් වගේ ලැංග්වේජස් ඒකට අන්ඩර්ස්ටෑන්ඩ් කරන්න බෑ. සෝ ඒකට වෙනම ලැංග්වේජ් එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ කම්පියුටර් එකට කම්පියුටර් එකට අන්ඩර්ස්ටෑන්ඩ් කරන්න පුළුවන් මැෂින් ලැංග්වේජ් එක විතරයි. හරි මැෂින් ලැංග්වේජ් එක ලියලා තියෙන්නේ 0 වලිනුයි 1 වලින්. හරි එතකොට අපි සිස්ටම් සොෆ්ට්වෙයාර්ස් ඩිසයින් කරනවා නම් ඩෙවලොප් කරනවා නම් අපි ලියන්න ඕනේ මේ මැෂින් ලැංග්වේජ් එකට මැෂින් ලැංග්වේජ් එකේ. හරි ඒකයි ඒවා අමාරුයි කියලා කියන්නේ. Then it is difficult to manipulate. Manipulate means we can design if we design those system softwares, it's difficult to manipulate. Then system softwares is very close to the system. So system softwares are very close to our system. Then the speed of the system software is fast. That means we design those system softwares with our machine language. It's very fast. Okay. We can system softwares අපි design කරන්නේ machine language එකකින් හින්දා ඒවා ගොඩක් speed. උදාහරණයකට දැන් අපි සිංහලෙන් කියන දේක් අපිට ටක් ගාලා ග්‍රහණය කරගන්න පුළුවන් නේ. ඒ වගේ තමයි machine language එකෙන් දෙන ඒවා ඒගොල්ලන්ට ග්‍රහණය කරගන්න පුළුවන්. basic speed. Then let's move on to components of system software. First component is device drivers. So then computer hardware can interact with the higher language computer programs with the help of device drivers. ඒ කියන්නේ computer එකකට understand කරගන්න පුළුවන් hardware component. ඒ කියන්නේ hardware components control කරනවා නම් අපි ඒවා higher language එකකින් program කරලා තියෙන්න ඕනේ. හරි ඒක තමයි ඔය කියන්නේ. So if we going to control our hardware components in using our computer, so we need to interact with them. So for that purpose we have to give them instructions. So we are using device drivers for installing the components to our computer. Then these device drivers act as a translator between the application of the user and the hardware device. Due to this, it simplifies programming. So that means using these device drivers, it is a connecting thing of the hardware and the software. So that is the device driver. Then operating system. What is the operating system? The operating system is the system which manages the hardware of computer. So our operating system is control our hardware components. Then the operating system consists of program and data. So that means our laptop has a operating system. Every laptop has a operating system. If you don't have operating system, you cannot use your laptop. Okay. So our operating system consisting with program and data. It has programs and data. Then we are using like Windows, Mac OS, then Linux, Ubuntu. Those are the those are example for the operating system. Without one of these operating systems, we cannot use our laptops. We can use our laptops, but it with command line. We don't have any user interface. So it's hard to use without operating system. It's hard to use. We can use, but it's very hard. We have to give them instructions with machine language. Okay. So that's the operating system. Then server. What is a server? If we create a computer network means if we connect our computers with each other. Okay, that's a computer network. So not our personal computers. In your computer lab, you have a network computer lab. So there, every computer is connected to each other. So there has a main server also. That means there is a main computer that every device, every computer is connected to our main server, main computer. Okay, so within our main server or main computer, we can use other computers also. We can share our files to our other old computers. So we can do the things with our other computers. That is the use of the computer network or computer server. So we have server computer there. Server computer means that the main computer of our computer network. Then the server can provide some essential services to both private users and public server users via the internet across the network. That means when we are create a computer network, we connecting with our main server computer. So we can control with that server computer. Then we have utility softwares. What is the utility softwares? In utility softwares, we are using for the small tasks which are used to manage computer hardware and application software. So when we are using those utility softwares, utility softwares are used for the manage computer hardware and applications of software. Using these utility softwares, we can manage our computer hardware and application softwares like system utilities, virus scanners. So in our virus scanner, if you install any kind of virus scanner in our PC, they can search across our hard drive and they can find the virus. So in operating system like Windows, it has Defender, virus Defender. So it is the security layer of our operating system. So it checks input files, downloaded files, and it can check every files inside our computer. Okay, then windowing system. So windowing system it supports the implementation of window managers. That means if we plug our mouse into our PC, if we plug our mouse into our PC, it has a cursor. Our cursor can see in our monitor. So that is the window manager. And also our keyboard, if we type something, we can see it on our monitor. Okay. Then Windows system provide essential support to graphics, hardware, and pointing devices like keyboard and mice. That means if we plug our keyboard or mouse, we can do any anything with our monitor. We can control within, we can see the controlling of our keyboard and mouse within our monitor. Then windowing system is a component of the graphical user interface. That means windowing system is a component of the GUI, graphical user interface. That means the showing thing. That means if we turn on our computer, you can see in your monitor. So that is the graphical user interface. So user can see that. Okay, so that is the GUI, graphical user interface. Then let's move on to the application software. What is the application software? So application software are program or group of programs designed for end users. So it designed for the end user. That means end users are you. If you own your laptop, you are the end user. They can use, end users can use their laptops. So if you are going to use a laptop, when you are going to use a laptop, you are installing softwares to your laptops. For what? For your one kind of purpose, you are going to install a software. So you are the end user. So application is a program or group of programs designed for the end user. So application softwares are designed for the end user. Again, මේ application softwares design කරන්නේ නැත්නම් create කරන්නේ end users ලාට. End users ලා කියන්නේ ඕගොල්ලොන්ට. Right? Then application software is a type of computer program that perform a specific personal, educational and business function. So those application softwares are making for specific tasks. මේ application softwares හදන්නේ අපි මොකක් හරි specific දෙයකට. හරි ඒක personal දෙයක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, educational දෙයක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, business දෙයක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. So those application softwares are creating for our personal thing, educational thing or business thing. Then each program is designed to assist the user with a particular process, which may be related to productivity, creativity or communication. So each program is designed for assist the user. That means when we are created a software, it can assist by user. Suppose can be productivity, creativity or communication thing. අපි program එකක් හදුවොත් ඒක end user පාවිච්චි කරනවා. ඒක end user පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන් productivity. ඒ කියන්නේ මොකක් හරි අලුත් දෙයකට. නැත්තම් creativity මොකක් හරි design කරන්න. නැත්තම් communication. Communication means communication කියන්නේ මොකක් හරි නැත්තම් pass කරගන්න වගේ දෙයක්. pass කරගන්න කියන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ messages pass කරගන්න. ඒ වගේ දෙයකට වෙන්න පුළුවන්. හරි එතකොට this Zoom also a software, application software. It can communicate with others. I can do the lecture. You can see my lectures. So it is creating for the communication part. Okay. Then what are the functions of application software? What can we do with those application softwares? Using these application softwares, we can manage in the informations. That means we can manage our information. In Google Classroom is a web application and there is a application also. There is a building application also for our operating systems. So using that Google Classroom, we can manage our information. I can post my lecture slides in a Google Classroom. And I can post my lecture links in my Google Classroom. So you can download my lectures from Google Classroom. So we can manage our information. We can manage it. Then we can manipulate the data. That means we can create or process data using these application softwares. Then we can constructing visuals. Constructing visuals means we can create some visuals. We can create some graphs. We can create some pictures using this application softwares. Then coordinating resources. That means we can coordinate our resources with others. That means we can share our resources. We can share our things. Then calculating figures. Calculating figures means we can do some logical thing using those application softwares. We have to use or we have to create application software for those things. We have several. We have lots of application softwares for building our purposes. ඉගෙන application softwares හදලා තියෙනවා මේ දේවල් කරගන්න පුළුවන් විදියට. උදාහරණයක් ගත්තොත් Zoom. Zoom එකෙන් අපිට පුළුවන් මට පුළුවන් lecture slides දාන්න, links දාන්න. no sorry. Zoom එකෙන් පුළුවන් අපිට communicate කරන්න. හරි මට lectures කරන්න පුළුවන්, or lecture එක බලන්න පුළුවන්. then lecture link එක share කරගන්න පුළුවන්. then Google Classroom එක ගත්තොත් Google Classroom එක ගත්තොත් ඒකේ web application එකක් තියෙනවා. operating system වලට හදපු applications තියෙනවා. හරි. එතකොට මේ I think you can't see my application bar. Let me share my screen. So can you see my screen? So this is Visual Studio Code. So I can create some programs. I can create web applications and so on. And also in my doc bar. So here I have doc bar. So you can see that. So those are the application softwares I have. So those application softwares are used for several purposes, several requirements. For example, I use this WhatsApp for communication part. Then this Visual Studio for developing softwares. This IntelliJ IDEA, PyCharm for creating softwares. And also I have Zoom for communicating, and Draw.io for creating graphs, creating graphical thing. Then I have ChatGPT, then messaging app, then API doc means it's a backend software that we can check our endpoints. Then this is preview thing, and this is VLC is a utility software that we can see our videos. Okay, so that is the functions of the application softwares. Then what are the examples for the application software? So we have Microsoft suite of products. That means I think you all working in Excel, PowerPoint, then Word, then Outlook, PowerPoint Outlook, then Microsoft Outlook. So it's built by Microsoft company. It's not free. Outlook is only free. Office, Excel, Word are not free. So you have to crack them. You have to crack that software, but it's not ethical. It's danger to your it's danger to your computer. Okay. Then internet browsers for browsing internet using our laptops or computer. We need the internet browser. So every operating system has a internet browser. So Windows, it has Microsoft Edge. In Mac, we have Microsoft, not Microsoft. We have in Mac we have Safari. Likewise, every computer, not only computer, every PC, then tab, mobile phone, they need web browser for browsing internet. Okay, and also we can download internet browsers like Chrome, Firefox, then Opera. Likewise, then mobile pieces of software such as Pandora, Skype, Slack. Yeah, so they are mobile software. Not only those, we have several mobile softwares. Okay. Then enterprise resource planning software. That means we can create some enterprise level resource planning software. That means we can create a software for plan our resources. Enterprise level means that's very big. That is using inside our companies. Okay. Then customer relationship management program software. That means we can manage our customers with our program. Those are the customer relationship management software. Then project management software. When we are going to do some work, if we are going to do some project, we need to manage them. Why? We need to manage our timeline. We need to check our requirements. We need to do the work. We need to manage our project. So for that purpose, we are creating project management software. We can use project management softwares. Then business process management software. That means we can create some softwares for the business process management. We can build a software for business processes. Okay. Then let's move on to programming languages. What are the programming languages? What are the programming languages and what we can use those for? A programming language is a vocabulary and set of grammatically used for instructing a computer or computing device to perform a specific task. That means our computers can understand just only machine languages. Okay, so if computers can understand machine languages, so when we are going to create a software, we don't know machine language. We don't know Sinhala, English, Tamil, likewise. So we need to create programming language for connecting them. So if we have a programming language, we can connect our natural language, or we can connect our natural language with machine language. Okay, so that is the programming language. So it has specific rules for the getting instruction. Using our programming language, we can give instruction to our program. We can give instruction to our program that machines can understand. Again, we have programming language use කරන්නේ අපේ develop කරන එක්කෙනාවයි machine එකයි අතර connection එකක් හදන්න වගේ. හරි. එතකොට අපි දෙන instructions matching language එක බවට convert කරන්න තමයි අපි මේ programming languages use කරන්නේ. Not for converting. ඒ දෙක connect කරන්න තමයි අපි මේ programming language use කරන්නේ. Convert කරන්න අපි compilers assemblers ඒවා use කරා. හරි. Then the term programming language usually refer to high level languages such as basic C, C++, COBOL, Java, Fortran, Ada, and Pascal. Not only those languages, we have more than those languages. We have lots of languages to create our programs. Not only one purpose, we have several languages for the several work. For example, for creating iOS application, we are using like Swift. It's the programming language for the creating iOS application. For creating Android applications, we are using Java or Kotlin. Then if you want to create a web application, you can use React, Angular, then for backend, Node.js, Spring Boot, then PHP, Laravel. You have lots of programming languages. You can, if you learn one of thing, you can learn another language easily. If you use one of these language, you can learn another language easily. So that are the programming language. Okay. Then each programming language has a unique set of keywords. That means our programs has a unique set of instructions. Unique set of keywords. Its keywords are unique. Then and a special syntax for organizing program and instruction. For our programming languages, we have unique keywords and unique instructions. Okay. So for example, this is a software. I use React for this software. So this is CSS file and this is JavaScript file. Then we have JSX file. Then we have lots of files here. Okay. So this is a programming language. Then let's move on to the types of programming languages. So mainly we have low level language and high level language. What is the low level language and high level language? So low level languages are the languages that machines can identify easily. That means it's near to machine language. Okay. Low level languages means that languages, it's near to machine language. It comes with ones and zeros. Okay, so for example, low level languages are machine language and assembly language. Then we have high level language. In high level language, we have three categories: procedural oriented language, then problem oriented language, then natural language. Okay, let's see what are the low level language. So this language is most understandable language used by computer to perform its operation. That means low level languages can understand the PC or computer easily. That means it comes in ones and zeros. That are the low level languages. So machine languages is one of low level language. Okay. So machine language consists of strings of binary numbers, the zeros and ones, and it is the only one language the processor directly understand. So our machine language come with zeros and ones. If we give instruction to our machine language, it's with zeros and ones, and it can understand easily in our processor. Processor can understand the machine language easily. Okay. Then machine language has a merit of very fast execution speed and efficient use of primary memory. That means those machine languages can understand easily and execution fast. Execution fast means ඒ කියන්නේ මේවා තියෙන්නේ 1.0යි විදිහට මේ machine language තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට අපේ machines වලට understand කරන්නත් පුළුවන් 1.0යි. එතකොට ඒ හින්දා තමයි මේ machine language speed වෙන්නේ. හරි අපි වෙන language high level එකක් use කරොත් මොකද වෙන්නේ? ඒක convert කරන්න නැත්නම් compile කරන්න ඕනේ මේ 1.0ටයි. හරි එතකොට පොඩි වෙලාවක් යනවා. හරි ඒ හින්දා තමයි මේක execution එක fast කියන්නේ. හරි. Then assembly language. So assembly language is also known as a low level language because to design a programmer requires detailed knowledge of hardware specification. So if you are going to create the assembly software, that means you have a knowledge of hardware specification. So we are using these assembly softwares for do some work with our hardware components. Okay. Then this language use mnemonic codes in place of zeros and ones. That means we are giving our instruction with zeros and ones. Then the program is converted into matching code by assembler. So this is not in machine language. If we create an assembly software or if we create a software with assembly language, it's not with machine language, but it is with zeros and ones, but not in machine language. So we have to convert that assembly software to the machine language. Okay, so this is slower than our machine language. Then what are the high level languages? What are the high level languages? High level languages means it's near to our natural languages. Natural language we are talking. But those every programming language, it's near to just only English, not in Sinhala, German, Tamil. Its words and keywords are near to English. In high level language, it's near to English, not to Sinhala, Tamil, German, Hindi, not for those languages, just only for English. So instructions of this language close to human language or English-like word. Then it uses mathematical notation to perform the task. So inside our high-level languages, we can use addition. For multiplication, we can use a star. Then for division, we can use backslash. Likewise, we have symbol for our mathematical notations. Then the high-level language is easier to learn. So those languages are near to English. It's similar to English. That means we can easily understand. Okay. Then it requires less time to write and is easier to maintain the error. So that means we can create a software using those high-level languages easily. And we can maintain errors. So if you go there, so using those, this is a VS code, that's a IDE software. So using this IDE, we can see the errors easily. It's with underline our error. Okay. So it's underlined with red line, underlined with red. It's error. Okay. So we can maintain our errors easily. Then the high level language is converted into machine language by one of the two different language translated program interpreter or compiler. That means if we create a program with a high level language, we need to convert our language to machine language. For that purpose, we are using compiler or interpreter to convert our high level language, high level program to machine language. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි high level language එකකින් develop කරපු code එක machine language එකට convert කරන්න නම් interpreter එකක් හරි compiler එකක් හරි use කරනවා. හරි. ඒකෙන් තමයි අපි අපේ high level language එකෙන් තියෙන එක machine language එක බවට පත් කරන්නේ. So those are the types of high level languages. So first we have procedural object or procedural oriented language. Okay, what is the procedural oriented language? So procedural programming is a methodology for modeling the program being solved by determining the steps and the order of those steps that must be followed in order to reach a desired outcome or specific program state. So that means we are giving them instructions to follow a specific task for the specific outcome. Then these languages are designed to express the logic and the procedure of program to be solved. So we are express the logic and procedure of how we can solve this problem. So for example, procedural oriented languages, we can use Pascal, COBOL, C, and FOT. Then we have problem oriented language. That means we have problem, we are going to solve them. In procedural oriented language, it doesn't have a problem. We giving them instructions, logics for doing some work. In problem oriented language, it allows the user to specify what the output should be without describing all the details, how the data should be manipulated to produce the result. That means using this problem oriented language, we can give some instruction to how output should be, and without disturbing all the details, how the data should be manipulated. That means we don't need to describing all the details. Okay, so these are result oriented, and these include database query language. That means it can be database, it can be query language. Okay, so it's result oriented. That means this follows these programs are follows for the result. Okay, for example, Visual Basic, C#, then PHP. Okay, then natural language. Natural languages means natural language are still in the developing stage, where we could write statement that would like normal sentence. That means it's like ChatGPT. Using ChatGPT, we can give some instruction to our ChatGPT prompt. So it shows us the results. Okay, likewise, we have AI interpreters, like AI applications for the developer softwares. So if we give some instructions, or if we give some commands to that softwares, they can build a software. We can build a application. For example, I didn't remember the site name. There is a software, we can give them instructions, and they create a software, and and they give them instructions to how we can create that software. Okay. Okay, so that are the natural language softwares. Okay, so that's it for today lecture. So do you have any problem regarding today lecture? Do you have any problem for about softwares? Do you have problems, guys? Do you have any problem? No. Send me a direct message if you have any problem. Don't worry. Send me a message. It can show just only me. Okay, if you don't have any problem, let's wrap up the meeting now. Uh, yeah, thank you guys.
Recording stop.